What's up, guys? Welcome back into Breaking Boards. My name is Randy. I am here with my guy Adam, and we're going to hop into some live drafts over on DraftKings. Probably knock out maybe one, maybe two. Kind of just depends on the vibes and how the stream is rolling. So we'll see how things go. Adam, how's it going today? You just
College
cut
work
out.
for the week. Did I?
Yeah, you're back with us now. So
Oh, my apologies. Working on finishing up my college for the week, my master's, and got that taken care of. So we got a free afternoon to draft some best ball.
that and apparently losing a poker tournament, from what I understand.
Yeah, so I got in a poker tournament really late, and I shouldn't have. And knowing I was gonna, I actually asked Randy, "Hey, we're gonna stream today." He's like, "Yeah, we can." So I got in one about an hour and a half ago, and ran up a big stack, and now it's on autopilot. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope I save. Typically, I get a little nervous and I give away my chips towards the money bubble. So maybe it'll automatically just float me into the money and I'll double up.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Yes, I did.
You're the make the final table type, not finish the first place type.
Correct. I will make the money 70% of the time, and make it to the final table. But I will not finish top three, except for about a 20% of the time.
20% is very generous, sir.
Yeah, I was about to say 10, but I was thinking at least I know I have 3 wins under my belt in my career. So, but how many times I've played, that's a different story. So,
yeah, I think we're I don't know if you've got me in final tables, but I've definitely got you whipped in wins. You ready to get into a draft?
Yeah, something I can do pretty well. Yes, let's do it.
You want to do a 3, a 25?
Let's get in 25. We gotta get these knocked out. I do. I don't know about you. So,
all right, let me know when you're at the screen.
I'm ready to go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, 0. 0 out of 12 for me. I hope you didn't get in before me.
No, that's a 0 out of 12 for me as well.
All right, so I'm assuming it's 2 out of 12. It just hasn't refreshed. That is correct.
There we go. So what I've learned is this has kind of been a slow last few days for best ball. I don't know if it's the time of year we're in or what, but these contests, especially the non-$25 ones, have a really slow time of filling up.
Yeah, that the $10. I know I had a ticket forever for that. That thing took. I mean, I was in there for a couple hours last night before it filled up. So, good news is it gives people time to join in with us if they want to join in as people start to file in. But
I tried to. I played a $9 one, the 3 max $9, and it took all about 5 minutes before it would even get close to being filled. And then I tried one of those 20-second speed $7 ones. Yeah, it didn't. 5 minutes went by and nobody moved. I didn't get an extra person in there. It was like 5 of 12, and I'm like, I'm out. I gotta go somewhere else and find something else to do.
Yeah, let's see where we're at now. I mean, we're 3 out of 12. So if anybody wants to get in $25 on DraftKings, hop in there. I mean, it's a slow time for
it's slow time of year. It looks like, yeah.
So I'm not sure if people are jumping in. Again, if you want to join us, we're in the $25 overall on DraftKings, waiting on one to fill up. Probably going to do 2, depending on how long this thing takes.
Yeah, depending on time
frame. Right now.
Depending on time, for sure. I can't do a $3 one again because I've maxed out the 3. So
I think I have 2 left, maybe, in that one.
Yeah.
I did look on here. I'm ahead of where I thought I was on the 25. Okay. I have 56 remaining after this one.
Yeah, so there'll be a time probably if we continue to do, which we will continue to do streams. There'll be a time where we'll have to pivot on and do probably different ones because you'll probably fill those 25 or the $25 one.
I'll probably just pace
month.
I'll probably just pace myself and get close. I was thinking about maxing. I don't know. Underdog
I'm
is questionable to me right now with some of the decisions that they're making.
I think I'm gonna fade being over there right now on that site, just to be honest.
That's probably where I'm at too. Is the whole. I mean, I know it's not like I don't think they were being malicious or anything like that. I think they just. I think where they're headed and what I like to do are not aligned, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick away. I don't want to do prediction markets and all that kind of stuff. It's just not my vibe.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
if that's their thing, cool. Best of luck. 9 out of 12. If anybody wants to get in the $25 on DK with us, we have 3 spots available in the draft that we are in currently.
I know personally though on DK, I plan on maxing. I don't plan on maxing 25. I probably won't get to it because I'm well behind on that pace, and I don't foresee myself doing it necessarily. But I will be maxing the $10, and I've already maxed the $3, and I'll be entering in the smaller contest as well. The $7. There's 2 of those. A $9, 3 max. 3 max $100 and a single entry $250. I'll be in all those before the season starts.
I'm sure I'm someone who will be donating in every one of those contests as well.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a couple of 555s. Not sure exactly how many.
Yeah,
Maybe like
I don't think I'll be getting that ball in that deep. So
maybe like 3 to 5, something like that. We are full. I think you were coming out of the 7th spot. Oh joy, I'm out of the 11. Great day to be alive.
it is, Randy. I mean, that is your
Um,
baby right
Odds are you'll enjoy your draft. Odds are the people will see me crash out after the first couple of picks.
there. Yeah, I like it. As bad as you crashed out or almost crashed out on that golf course the other day.
Oh my god, yeah. I'll let you tell that story because
I
didn't.
we were.
Well, the thing is, I didn't crash out. I just got quiet, which is probably worse.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell. Internally fuming. No, we were on a what was it, 2K25 Tiger Woods or not
I don't
PGA
remember.
Tour, whatever we got, the golf game, not the newest one, but the one from last year.
So, yeah, it's like 6 years old, I think.
Yeah. And are we good? My speaker just went out on one side.
No,
Can you
you're
hear
good.
me? Okay. It might have been my ear actually going one side. But we were in a golf we were playing that golf game on the PlayStation, and we did a creative course that was hard, and we got on that course, and let's just say, Randy,
We is a strong word.
I
First of all, I can't do anything unless there's money on it. I can't play friendly games or, if there's no money on it, if there's no back end to it, I get bored real quick. And, we put a little cash on it. I was like, hey, set something up. I'm going to run upstairs and get a drink. So I head upstairs. I grab a drink. Come back down. He's already got it set up. Whatever. I didn't even have any say in the settings. I didn't know if he put the wind on like 99 miles an hour, what it is. But I jump in there, and the first couple of holes, like one hole was underwater, couldn't even make it. One hole was like essentially like the green, the hole was on top of a hill, so you couldn't putt. It was just a bunch of dumb stuff.
Somebody named this hole or this golf course 420, and I agree.
But we still got the dub in the end. Are we planning on doing the $10? I don't know if that's the 101 or the $10.
No, the $10 one on DraftKings. Yes, we will be doing that. Probably not on stream today, but eventually we'll have to get around to that because I got a Mac.
If he wants to do one after this one, we can jump into it after this one. I ain't got no. I mean, it might take a minute to fill.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to join there with us, we'll go in there with you as well. I mean, we gotta get them done. So
whatever streets y'all want to get into, y'all let me know and we'll make it happen. I mean, I'm gonna max out the 25 regardless. I mean, I'm already.
Yeah, you're already
2/3 of the way there anyway. So
yeah. So
yeah, we can do whatever you guys want to do. Hope you guys are having a good week. Pretty slow start to mine. We got a trip coming up here in a couple days. Hopefully, go lose some money at the casino. Hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, that I will not be autoing that poker game. It'd be
You might
cash, of
as well.
course. But I don't think I can auto and make money on that though, because it's cash game. So I'll be
You
blinded
might
out, and
lose
literally
less
my cash
though.
will go away. Huh?
Is that a win? There goes JT
Yeah.
off at the 6. You
Okay.
might lose less at cash if you just auto.
Yes,
See how it goes.
that's true.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you guys want to throw some comments as you start to trickle in, let us know who's hanging out. Pretty open to do whatever kind of draft anybody wants to do next, honestly. So just let us know if you want to get into a $3. I don't think we can do the 3 because I think Adam said he's max, but we can do like a 10 or a 5 or a 9 or 25 or 555 or all the 9s.
No, we're not doing a 555. I'm not doing a 555.
Okay.
I'll do the 250, but I won't do the 555.
Who's on the? Let's hope Jefferson fades 2 more picks. I'm about to get stuck with this damn 11 with nobody falling per the usual.
You got Barkley coming up.
Oh wow, so awesome at the 11. Yep.
Or
Every time I get the 11. Every time nobody falls. I don't want to hear you saying nothing over there. Nothing.
Well,
You're on mute right now. I'll mute you. Every time you get the damn 11, it's like Chase falls to the 11 somehow.
Not that drastic, but yes, I understand the plight you have, because I do get what I want at the 11 typically.
I hope your chair falls off from under you.
It may. It may.
I assume this is cooking Genty, and then I'm gonna get stuck in another range of like, I hate 1, 2, and I hate 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way around it. Derrick Henry.
Okay.
I guess I'll get I don't know if this is my first share of Genty, but I don't have much Genty. Pretty standard through 14. The only thing I would say is Taylor going off the 6 is a little bit weird, and then Henry getting pulled up to 13 is a bit weird, but everything else is pretty standard. Not in the order I would take it, but nothing too crazy through pick 16.
Yeah, nothing looks too wild right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna get us set up on YouTube if you want to talk for a couple of minutes here.
No, you're good. We'll go with, I got a lot of Chase Brown, but we're going to get another share of him because we don't want to go, we won't be reaching right now. It's way too early to be doing crazy stuff. Get what we got, take care of business, let it all fall back to you towards the end. Somebody's going to get out of line eventually, and you're going to get great value. They always do. And by always, I mean somebody's going to get Josh Allen way too early. Not ADP early, but way too early for our liking. And that's out of line, and we'll capitalize with better value.
I'm pretty much just going to get screwed and stuck in the 11 spot.
Yeah. Walker and Rice. Nico got pulled up. Walker about right. Rice got pulled up. A-Chain dropped a little bit. So.
Well, we did a draft, a couple of weeks ago where I got A-Chain at like 29, something like that.
So. Yeah, I've seen that happen only on 2 occasions where he's dropped in the 3rd round, but it's nice when it happens.
People are finally listening to me on the Trey McBride situation where he's starting to fall down the board.
Yeah, I've noticed something too. If you watch the person that takes almost all their time, that's the person that winds up getting Josh Allen.
Wow. CMC at the 10, Jefferson at the 15.
Those $3 streets are wild.
That's crazy.
That is wild for sure.
I've seen Jefferson and Lamb. I've gotten that out of the 11 before. I was going Rich. Dying in the heat is more like I just got outside and got a leg workout in after work, and that's why I no hat, man. I couldn't rock a hat. I'm over here like I got the fan going. I'm dying.
Yeah, you got to stay in the air conditioning for sure. You can't be outside.
That's what the gym is. As much as I'd love to carry the rack and the bar and the weights and all that inside.
Neighbors pulled up, but I mean, teach
that's
your own.
Someone that I probably need to talk about for a minute because on our last video on the Man vs. Sims, I know we talked about neighbors, and at the time, I hadn't I dove into his leg stuff. I hadn't really dove in. I think I've talked about it before. I work in the medical field. I finally broke things down and looked at everything. And the more I'm looking at what's being reported, the more I think you're probably looking at pup, and you're probably looking at a few weeks of him not being great upon return. So if you're drafting Malik Neighbors, assuming that in week 9 you're going to use him, I think it's fair. If you're drafting him, assuming that you're going to get 16 or 17 useful weeks from Neighbors, you're probably going to be majorly disappointed with a round 3 pick of Neighbors.
Yeah, you mentioned him over the weekend on our streams, but you may have to devote an actual video to that, just a little 101 for people and send it out, because just to clarify and rectify your Man vs. Sims comments from last week, so which is actually technically this week because it came out 2 days ago. But
Little Zay Flowers at 35, don't mind that at all.
Yeah, go ahead and take care of that.
Hopefully T flips the turn here. I don't know. Looks like EJ Miller can get off the board a little bit. Go ahead and go running back again, big dog.
I mean, that would be awesome.
All right, go.
Garrett Wilson, that's cool. Fine. That's fine.
I'll take some T. Round 4, T Higgins. Love to see it. I might not even have to break my computer out of the 11 this spot. Which builds do you guys like better? 2 early QBs or waiting and trying to grab 2 of the last 8 starting QBs?
Well, we don't like that route for sure, but we don't like going too early on QBs. And I know I don't necessarily speak for Randy, but we've talked about in the past, you have to go when that QB run or you're in trouble. But you don't want to be too early, but you don't want to be too late. If you had to choose between one of those 2, I'd go with the 2 early QBs personally. Randy?
I would not do either of those things, honestly. Depending on what you mean by early. I tend to double tap QB between rounds 8 and 12. Somewhere between the Dak, Burrow, Daniels, Hurts, May, that type of range. I'll double tap one of those guys with a Purdy, Love, Baker, Shuck, something like that. And then if I get a third, cool. If I was going to take a late guy to add on to those types of builds, it would be Tua Tagovailoa. I've talked about him a little bit in the past, and just have a weird feeling about Tua this year. I think he'll have an okay year. He's not going to come out and beat the MVP or anything like that, but it's hard to suck in that division when all the defenses are as bad as they are. Most of those games play tight. Most of the teams are still vying for playoffs late in the season. So I think Tua is probably the QB you want uber late. I'm trying to avoid guys like Shador, Deshaun Watson, any one of the Arizona QBs, whether it be Minshew, Brissett, whatever. So I think you definitely don't want to let, if you're getting past that tier where it's Goff, Baker, Shuck, Love, if you're getting through there and you don't have at least one QB, then you're the collar's getting a little tight. So you definitely want to try to stay ahead of the QB curve, especially on DK.
Yeah.
What's up, Brian? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys hanging out with us. Yeah, little week 17 at the turn, baby. You love to see it. Flowers and tea. Looking at going wide receiver in my redraft leagues this year, what would be your ideal RB1 in a 14 team? Kyron, Javonte, or ETN? What are you thinking there, Adam?
I am personally thinking ETN. He's going to have – he doesn't have much necessarily as far as taking over his taking more of his workload. I mean, Kamara will be in third down pass catching situations. And beyond that, I mean, you got with Kyron, you got Corum, and Javonte, you never know how the Cowboys are going to roll it. So I would take ETN.
I lean ETN or Kyron. The Javonte thing scares me a little bit this year, just how healthy he was last year and how his health has been in the past. I think you can also tag in a late Jaden Blue maybe in redrafts. Try to get the backup there. and then if something happens to Devontae, you automatically add like an RB2. I've been caught late on the QB run when you're picking the front half of the board. That's why I don't like the 1 and 2. I mean, I love Gibbs and I love Bijan. They're great players. I mean, absolutely love watching them play, that kind of thing. But when you get stuck on these ends, if there's a run in the middle, the only thing you can do is watch, hope, and pray somebody falls back to you. So that's why I'm down on the 1-2 and I'm down on the 11-12 this year. If I could pick any selection, it would be 3 through 10. Don't really care where I am in the middle. I just don't want to be on the ends. Let's see. I think I'm coming up next here. Gonna flip back over. I haven't looked at the board in a minute, so we're going to be on the clock here kind of quick. Might double tap QB here and just leave it at 2. I like a little Lamar here. And then if Burrow falls back at 62, might have to give him a look.
Yeah,
don't hate going Tootin or Bucky also.
You got Burrow paired with Higgins, so that'd be great.
Yeah.
And Lamar with Flowers, right? So yeah.
It just eliminates me from having to make decisions later on.
Yes. And we like when we don't have to really stress about anything. We just let it flow after that.
Yeah, when you got guys like Parker Washington and Quentin Johnston coming off before guys like Bashal Tootin, Bucky Irving, that kind of like I like Bashal, I like Bucky. But I think for this particular actually what's his by 13? Yeah. We're just gonna double tap. We're gonna be done at QB and avoid the mess that is about to ensue because you're gonna see a lot of red over these next couple of rounds. And you won't see me fighting them for it. Yeah, seeing the talk so far with Tua has been good. It's just a weird feeling. Like last year, our entire group of guys were talking down CMC. I was talking up CMC pretty hard. I just had like a gut feeling on CMC last year. He was going to stay healthy. I took him in everything I could get my hands on. Loved him last year, and this year's the complete opposite. I'd be very concerned if I had CMC as my first pick. And tying that into the Tua talk is my gut feeling this year is Tua's my guy. If I had to pick one late QB, rounds 16 and later, it would be Tua. I just have this weird feeling he's going to have a decent enough year and pick up a few bye weeks for the quarterbacks you got on your team. And I think his advance rates are going to be higher. And Brian immediately disagrees. I don't trust it.
I mean, no, and let me go to that point. I don't trust Tua either. I mean, I don't trust him for himself, his health, his ability. But when it comes down to the end of the day, it's him or Penix, and Penix is not going to be healthy yet. So if Tua can, well, I say Penix is not going to be healthy. He's probably not going to be healthy right at the start of the season. Is that correct, Randy? He's going to. I think you're on mute, sir.
I'd imagine he's back in the next few weeks, and then they're fighting for QB1 snaps. But
yeah, I don't think they're really going to be much fighting for it. I think Tua will start the season, and as long as he stays healthy and doesn't throw picks like it's candy, then he probably continues to keep that job for the majority of the season.
I think people are going to be surprised by Tua this year. I don't think you're going to go like nobody's going to be betting Tua MVP, like I said earlier. But I think if you get 3,120 yards, 22 touchdowns from around 18, or if you were drafting earlier in the offseason around 20 quarterback, it's more about price with Tua than anything else. Like if you're offering me Tua versus Deshaun Watson, I'm taking Tua 100% of the time. And if I lose, I lose. If you're offering me Tua versus Shedeur Sanders, I'm taking Tua. Tua versus Brissett, I'm taking Tua because I think that the Cardinals are going to try to see what they have behind him and Beck at some point. And if you're offering me Beck or Tua, I'm taking Tua. So there's just a lot of guys in that range that I don't like. So on teams that I need a QB3, I don't mind getting Tua at all, especially if I have like London, Pitts, Bijan even. I don't mind getting there.
Oh, yeah.
There's also some back doors with like Zachariah Branch that you can get. Jahan Dotson, if you really want to go down the board and get a little fancy with it, you can do that also.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're bleeding red, as you guys see here in round 7.
We knew it was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen one round earlier. Luckily, they were all cordial. They tried to start it with Caleb, and then I'm like, no, Bucky, we need a running back right here. And I was like, oh, okay.
And going back to Rich's earlier point, if you see these draft capital allocation boxes here, using the solver, which we'll get into here in a second. But once you take 2 early ones, you've maxed that thing out, and you really don't need a third QB unless you find somebody. Like there was one draft where I got Patrick Mahomes at like pick 132 in the 25, and I'm like, dude, I can't pass that up. So if you're getting Mahomes at that kind of discounted rate, I'll take a Mahomes that far down the board. Little bit of falling value here on Chuba, so I think we are going to snatch him up and then start going pretty heavy receiver. Hopefully Godwin or Sutton fall back to me here. I'm not big on Michael Wilson, honestly, this year. So we'll see what comes back around the corner. Hopefully, I'd rather have Godwin than Sutton, I think. I think that Tampa Bay defense, the Tampa Bay defense is going to be pretty terrible, but I think the offense is going to be fine. Well, there goes Godwin. I assume this is Sutton, and I'm going to be scrambling.
He's got to get a quarterback eventually, so. And he's still not doing it, though. So he's going to be on the long end or the short end of the stick in that situation.
I 100% don't like Michael Wilson. I mean, you see where my rank is compared to ADP. I'm at 107. They're at 84. I'm fine on Harvey here, but I already have 3 running backs. I think we're going to take Kyle Pitts, and we are going to be fighting for wide receivers here in the next couple of rounds. This is why I don't like picking on the end, because you're in a situation where you're behind somewhere, either it be QB, running backs, or wide receivers. This is probably going to end up being a 2-5-9-3 build, if I were a guessing man. How about tight end mess with the Rams? They have 5. Which one, if any, are good for best ball? If I were drafting the Rams tight end room, I think you can count on 2 of them. I think that Colby Parkinson's a good pick in round 18 through 20. He showed some flashes last year. I think he's fine as a tight end 3. Kind of like the Tua conversation, where he can lift you up in those weeks where maybe you're going through a bye week or whatever the case is. So I think Colby Parkinson's the most likely in-line tight end for the Rams. And if you're drafting a Rams tight end, for me, I have the most ownership on Terrence Ferguson, because they've talked him up in camp and talked about him maybe playing out wide a little bit. So I think he may be the wide receiver 3 while also being listed as a tight end. So for me, it would be Ferguson. You got any thoughts on that, Adam?
Yeah, no. I mean, Parkinson's
Nice.
probably the most dependable out there. But I've heard a lot of good things about Ferguson this year, and he's probably going to get more volume, I would say, if he does get to play as wide receiver 3 as well. So other than that, though, I would probably stay away if I could help it.
I think it's an offense that's going to score a lot of touchdowns. I think they're projected for the third highest score in the league, implied total for the year. So, I mean, I don't hate it. There's a lot of pieces for that offense that I think that it's going to be difficult for guys to pay off price tags. I think if I were kind of ranking my favorites for LA, I think I prefer Corum. But he's starting to get a little high inside the top 100. Then probably a guy like Ferguson or Parkinson, and then come back up to Puka, Kyron. I'm a little bit under on Devontae Adams, especially on DraftKings. I think people are factoring in maybe his fantasy points scored and looking at his box score more than they're looking at some of the underlying stuff from last year. He didn't jump off the page like he has in the past. He's a little bit older.
Yeah.
I like Kyler a lot this year too. I think if we're looking at my ownership, I think Kyler's like top 5 for me in ownership in the $25. Let me get my app loaded up here, and if it'll let me on, I'll let you guys know for sure. QBs for me, ownership currently: Patrick Mahomes, Tyler Shuck, Kyler Murray, Jaden Daniels, and Jackson Dart are top 5. Next up, Baker, CJ Stroud, Purdy, Tua, and Nix, top 10. So agreed. I think Murray going to do well in Minnesota. Besides the injury, yeah. I mean, I think he's just like if you're looking for a QB that's going to carry your team and in that like 18.2 to 18.6 fantasy point average, I mean, I think he's fine for ways going off the board. I have him ranked a bit higher than current ADP. I don't know how you're feeling about your guy. I know you're the Minnesota guy.
No, I'm good with Kyler right now. I like getting him in drafts when I can. Obviously, when I get Jefferson is where I tend to draft him at, but or Addison for that matter. But I don't get much Addison because of the way roster construction, the way I get in drafts and stuff like that. So
I've actually got quite a bit of Addison. I think he's one of the most underrated players in drafts this year.
I believe
Am I really going to have to take another running back? Is that like 2 rounds of ADP on Rico Dowdle? Because he's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there. He's 90, and you're going to get him at 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an intelligent pick for me to take Rico Dowdle here, honestly. But sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And,
kind of a value thing, though. Yeah.
I mean, it might be a 2 QB, 4 or 5 running back build, and the rest receivers on this one. I don't love this spot. Again, I've talked it to death. I hate the 11 spot. I pretty much can't take another running back here, even though a lot of these guys I do prefer. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, go with Jacoby Myers. Again, the 11 spot, man. If you haven't done any drafts, 11 can be really great to you. If somebody falls, it can be really detrimental if nobody falls because you're just stuck. Chuba or Jalen Warren? What are you thinking?
Jalen Warren.
I
just believe his. Yeah, I mean, Chuba's got a ceiling at times, but I don't trust that ceiling. I think his floor is more, consistent, and by consistent I mean low. So,
well, I think that for me, the Chuba versus Warren conversation really isn't even about Chuba or Warren. It's about who do you trust more between Rico Dowdle and Jonathan Brooks. And I know everybody's getting on the hype train for Jonathan Brooks, but like how many times have we seen this where we've talked up a player who has an extensive injury history, and then the next thing you know, this guy's missing another season or tears an ACL. I mean, look at Michael Penix. We just talked about earlier. He's torn his ACL 3-4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
So just another one of those situations where if I can avoid it, I will. But I don't mind getting Chua or Warren. I'd essentially rank them both in the same round. I think I have Chuba at 65, 66, and I think I have Warren at like 73. So no big difference there for me.
No.
Yeah, Kyler and Herbert. I mean, they, it's a little bit different means of scoring. You're getting a little bit more legs with Kyler. Although, do you know who averages the most yards per carry?
No.
For quarterbacks over the last few seasons? It's actually Herbert.
Okay, that tracks.
I think his is more like an escape. Once the route combination fails, he just gets out of the pocket, moves pretty well. I like both offenses this year. I think both teams are going to have playoff-esque seasons. So I don't mind getting to either one of those guys, and they're 2 of my favorites this year. We talked about this just a minute ago, Ty. It depends on your draft room. If you get 2 guys, if you can double tap Purdy and Dak, and you're feeling pretty solid about your team, and you got some guys that you want to grab later, I don't mind that at all. I don't have a standard rule. If you look at the current draft that we're in right now, I'm out of the 11 spot. I got Burrow and Lamar Jackson. That's definitely a 2 QB build, and I'm going to stop there. I just don't see any value in adding a third. This room has been a little weird for me on the end. Got 2 rounds of ADP on Rico Dowdle. Got some falling ADP on Chuba Hubbard, so I need to really catch up at wide receiver. So in this situation, I would not add a third. If I had gotten Kyler as my QB1, then I would have tried to add 2 more QBs. So it's just kind of like filling out what stacks you have available, who's fallen to you. DraftKings is all about staying in front of the QB position, in my opinion, because if you let it pass you up, if you're sitting at this spot right now nobody is. But if you're sitting at this spot with 0 QBs right now, like the air in the room's getting tight.
And to follow up with what Randy said, yeah, three QBs. Obviously, if it makes sense, because if you got 2 strong QBs and you can double click up top, you don't technically need another one. But honestly, if you can't stack a third QB with any weapons, and you're just doing it to do it, it's probably not wise.
It's probably my first selection of Romeo Dobbs. I legitimately hate this draft.
Well, you are in the 11th spot.
Like every time that I've drafted out of the 11, I've looked back at my team and just absolutely hated it.
My draft was going splendid until Matt 404 got cute and took Jared Goff unstacked for nobody, since I got all the weapons.
I know the solver wants me to go with Bill here. I'm not a big Bill guy. I think we could see some positive turnaround for Rashid Shaheed. I need receivers, so we're going to go with Shaheed and override solver tool just a little bit. And speaking of that, if you guys want to check out the solver tool, I'll put the QR code on your screen here in just a moment. There you go. Go over, check them out. They are sponsoring the video. Use code BB26. If you're a first-time purchaser of the Draft Assistant tool, you get 20% off of your first month. If you are a first-time purchaser of the tool and you are subbed to us on YouTube, shoot me a message. You can do it via Twitter at breaking_boards, or you can go over to our site at Breaking Boards DFS. Shoot me a message there, and I will make sure that we get you into a $10 draft over on DraftKings for free on the house. QR code for the site is up. Should have the shop up and running here again soon. Ran into a little snafu with that, but getting that worked out now, so should hopefully have that up by this weekend, so you guys can go purchase our rankings if you're interested in those. You can get our rankings for a full site, all 4 of our contributors, for I think $15, or you can get each individual person. If you like one person's takes over another, you can get those for $5 a piece. So we're not trying to break the bank, just want to give you guys a better chance at winning some fantasy football leagues in 2026. I traded my first, second, and third last year, but I have Josh Allen, AJ Brown, Rashee Rice, Kenneth Walker, Bucky, and George Kittle as my keepers. That's a pretty solid start. Are we talking a 12-team league? Or are we talking 14, 16? What are we talking about in this dynasty?
8, 10. It could be any of those too. So
I mean, with that roster, I mean, I know you go the 1, 2, 3, but that's pretty solid start. So long as you can keep Rashee Rice from doing anything crazy.
Where do I need to go on this pick? Probably wide receiver.
Yeah, you and me both, man. I'm way behind at receiver. Let's see. Through, what is that, 7, 10, 12? Adam has Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, Josh Jacobs, J-Mo, Bucky Irving, Herbert, Laporta, Mahomes, Blake Corum, Kelsey, and Aronde Gatson. I have Barkley, Genty, Flowers, Higgins, Lamar, Burrow, Chuba, Kyle Pitts, Rico Dowdle, Jacoby Myers, Romeo Dobbs, and Rashid Shaheed. Adam, I prefer your draft quite significantly to mine so far.
I mean, I prefer it. I didn't get it perfect, but it's okay. I mean, it happens. Sometimes you zig when you need to zag, and I didn't need to necessarily get Laporta. I could have got Goff in that round, and 2 picks later, Goff was gone, and now I got 3 weapons and no quarterback to throw it to him. So
12-man half PPR. That's a pretty good start, man. That's a very solid start.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the best QB in half PPR, maybe in no matter what, in Josh Allen. AJ Brown's a good half PPR guy. Should get some boost this year with New England. Rashee Rice is a PPR monster. Kenneth Walker's going to eat this year in Kansas City. And then Bucky, hopefully he can get back to being himself. And from all reports, I mean, Kittle's looking like he's going to be back on the field week 1. So I don't mind any of that roster at all.
And it will be great if you get to pick in the middle of your draft. So missing 3 straight picks won't hurt as bad as it would on the end. Randy would know.
Yeah.
If you miss 1, 2, and 3 and then to come back on a turn, that's forever. That is forever.
Man, this draft has been just unkind to me. There's not really a good way for me to make myself look good on stream here. I mean, I just all this fallen value that's coming to me. I know I need receiver, but like, what am I supposed to do when Keaton Mitchell falls? You know, around past ADP, a guy who's been religiously pulled up the board. Like, what am I supposed to do here? How do I pass on Stroud? I don't need Stroud. I don't want Stroud. I'm going to pass on Stroud, but like, knowing what I know now, I would not have double tapped Burrow and Lamar. So we're going to go Trey Tucker here, and hopefully this half-ass wide receiver room can get us past. Some cool things about the solver, though, is you see these little draft capital buckets. I try to stay in those as much as possible. You can see here, I'm way over on running backs. There's no chance of me being able to catch up a wide receiver, honestly. Already in on tight end, maxed out QB with the too early. But catching up a wide receiver is almost impossible at this point. Probably need to go 2 more tight ends and then 4 more receivers. So this is probably going to be a 2-5-10-3 build. Probably my first one that looks like that, to be perfectly honest with you. But if we're grading this draft, which we will at the end, I'm disappointed in how I put this team together. This room did not play out the way that I thought it was going to play out. And knowing what I know now, I would have waited on quarterback in this one.
Yeah. Let's see.
I drafted in a Dynasty League a few years ago, and now no one wants to play anymore because it's overpowered. I had a similar situation in ours. I forgot. We actually chose to end it like ending last year. Do you remember I went undefeated 2 seasons ago? You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had Allen, Genty, Barkley, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Puka, Chase. So I couldn't even start Amon-Ra. Bowers at tight end. I'm trying to think of like some of my bench, but like it was, I mean, I wasn't hurting for talent, that's for sure.
Yeah, and on the other side of that, I was in desperate need of talent. I was in a talent drought with my guys. I could never recover to get to where I needed to be in order to be competitive. And the rest of the group was it was kind of just getting weird. So we ended that league and we plan on starting another one.
Maybe we need to do like a fan league where we just get some guys who want to join in and throw something together. I mean, if nothing else, it'll be fun.
I mean, yeah, there's different. Yeah, I mean, we can absolutely. Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing I didn't really like about Dynasty. It's just like when you're in the weeds, the league tends to get top heavy. Like we had 6 teams that you could have picked the playoff teams before week 1, and then we had 6 teams that were lacking. And by the time you get to the playoffs, it's just the same guys every season. I think we probably ran that league for what, like 15 years, something like that.
At least 10.
And I think my worst finish was like 3rd. So I mean, it was just kind of. I mean, the money's good, you know, when something like that's happening, but it just gets stale after a minute.
Yeah, trading draft picks. One guy quit the league because we started trading draft picks. He didn't really like that so much. I don't mind it at all. It can get a little messy, but done right, I mean, it can benefit both parties. So,
like, how am I not supposed to go Fernando Mendoza here? I know I don't need him. I'm 100% aware of that. Like, nobody's catching me off guard with, not having him. But just as like I guess I could double tap tight end here, maybe, instead of going Fernando. I don't know how I pass on it.
You're struggling over here, aren't you?
I hate this. I legitimately hate this build. So we're going to go with a 3-5-9-2 and just hopefully Zay Flowers and T. Higgins have monster years. Otherwise, this roster it's hard to draft 150, especially in a contest or, I'm going to have probably I don't know, 1,000 entries by the time all is said and done. It's hard to get all 1,000 where you're feeling pretty good about them. On average, I would say my teams, if I were rating them, I would say probably a B, B plus type rank overall. But you're going to have a few teams that they feel dirty, but you just don't know. It could be a situation where Trey Tucker's the one for Las Vegas all year. Maybe JSN goes down and Rashid Shaheed is a monster. So you just never really, when you take the portfolio approach, you just kind of take what you can get and you try to put the best teams on the field.
I do want to invite anybody right now. Sorry, Randy, that we are on a time crunch, and so let us know if you're going to draft with us. What denomination draft you'd like to get into, so we can get in there with you and get it all set up here in a matter of a few minutes. So,
yeah, we'll definitely hop into another one. If anybody wants to draft alongside us, just let us know what kind of funds you got, and we'll definitely get in there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think just some people just don't take it that way. Some people just take it as like, oh, I'll manage it on September 8th. I know the league starts on September 9th. And then you get the guys who fall out. So then they don't look at waivers and they're not trying to build for the future and they're not making trades and they're not involved, Adam. And then, it just becomes tiresome. Like if you had a bunch of engaged dudes that were like legitimately paying attention, I think it'd be pretty cool. But the moment you lose that like original league and you start inviting new people in, Dynasty just gets cumbersome. I like playing in keeper leagues where we keep two keepers. Interestingly enough, we just ended a Dynasty league and we just ended was it two keeper or one keeper? I can't remember.
It was a one keeper league.
So we just legitimately ended both. The one keeper, we had that league for a long time.
Yeah.
Like some of that went back to like the Yahoo days and, like turn of the century type numbers. But ever since Best Ball's kind of come into the fold, I'm not real big on yearly. It's got to be something where like I get some kind of entertainment, or we'll probably do some articles on like maybe even do a show on like a waiver style situation throughout the season. But my mind I like figuring out the puzzle of like NFL DFS, or I enjoy Showdown a lot. I know a lot of our viewers last year had a lot of success playing alongside my Showdown stuff. Plan to put out a show every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, do a live stream. I had to sell Trevor some equity in this team. This one's rough. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I'm not feeling this one. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I think it's the wide receiver that I hate falling behind the receiver.
I think Randy expects a lot.
He went off.
I think Randy expects a lot of himself in certain positions, and in the 11 position, he does not expect much because he's already touted it as a black hole, basically. We have a video up if you want to go with the what if. Just type in what if 11th round is the worst, and you'll probably find it pretty quickly. And he goes on Randy goes on a tirade about round 11, and this is validating that for sure.
It's doing something. So like for me, right? Here, let me get these guys in order, and then I'm going to burn some time here. Well, actually, I won't because we're crunched. But here, let me. So for me, right? Saquon and Gentry, I'm cool with that start. Flowers and T. Higgins, I'm cool with that. Lamar and Burrow, I'm cool with that. Hubbard, I got some falling value, cool. Kyle Pitts, I don't really want anyone in that range. And I don't want Michael Wilson. I don't want Mekhi Lemon. Like Pittman, fine, but he's pulled up like 11 spots there. I prefer Pitts over Laporta this year. The first guy that I look at that I would want maybe over Pitts that I wish I could have go back and switch now that I know how this draft turned out, I would move Addison up. I'm fine with Dart as well. But like nobody else in that round do I want more than Pitts, honestly. Unless the build is, dictating that. I caught 2 rounds of ADP on Rico Dowdle. Pulled up Jacoby Myers. Caught some ADP on Dobbs. Took Shaheed a roundabout where he's supposed to go. caught some falling value on Keaton Mitchell, which just does not happen on DraftKings. Caught value on Trey Tucker. Caught a ton of value on Mendoza. Caught value on Helm, and just pulled up Gesicki and then paired Surratt with Flowers and Lamar. Like, mentally, I knew what I was going for, but now knowing how the draft turned out, like, I would have been okay adding like a Jordan Tyson to this room, some along those lines, or a Tate here, and not taking Burrow, because I know I could have gotten Stroud way past ADP and Darnold past ADP. And now, like, a lot of the running backs that I'm okay with Sean Tucker. I'm okay with Emmett Johnson and taking a shot there if he makes running back 2 for Kansas City. I'm okay with Ray Davis. I'm okay with Justice Hill. I wish I would have waited a little bit on running back and quarterback and not gone so heavy on those early. This just is a weird room. Like, I hate the 11th spot, which we talked about to death, but it's a weird room in that QBs really didn't get pulled up that strongly.
They didn't go crazy. Yeah, no.
And running backs didn't get pulled up, which is completely the opposite of the meta that I've been seeing, and I've been drafting since April.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten Justice Hill at ADP value, or actually just below it, because I think he's 206. I got him at 210. I'm like, that doesn't happen in any drafts. Definitely don't happen in a draft if you have it with Randy, because he's
I'm at 45%. I'm not gonna lie, I'm at 45% Justice Hill, and my bags were packed when Justice Hill wasn't being picked. So, like, I have a lot of 230s, 240s Justice Hill, where now he's going inside the top 200 at times. We should do some redraft mocks if you want in the future. Yeah, we can do that if you guys want to mock draft some redraft stuff. Typically, I mean, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much here, but when ESPN's ADPs come out, they are horrid most of the time because they just haven't been in the streets throughout the offseason. How about we go into the hyperspeed 50K 20-second pick $7? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, Rich, if you want to hop into that. I don't have one in there yet, but we can definitely make that happen here in just a moment.
Yep, and I think you'll have plenty of time to get into it as well, because that thing takes a minute to get full. But
for sure. Well, we'll figure it out. I like all your players besides the Genty. I think you probably grab a better option there. The Raiders' offensive line is okay. I know they got Linderbaum, but that's really why I hate the 11, is because I don't value, like, the second round to me is flat for the most part. So, like, I really don't care who I get in the second. And when that's the case, I'd rather pick toward the backside. The only difficult portion of that is whenever you're picking 1-2, you're obviously going, in most cases, you're going Gibbs and Bijan, but that section of wide receivers, the Nico Collins, the George Pickens, those type guys, I don't value those guys significantly higher than I view T. Higgins or Zay Flowers or Edgebuka or McConkey. So it's just a tricky position to be in. I'd much rather be in the middle and catch a lot of those guys that I like. Yeah, ESPN is, I mean, it's embarrassing when their stuff first drops. I wish they'd hire somebody with a little bit of acumen throughout the offseason to just kind of guide those original ranks, because they're pretty bad when they first come out. Would you keep Breece Hall or Bucky Irving? Breece Hall, without question, for me.
Yeah, because you can draft Bucky, because people are going to, after his last year, they're going to shy away from Bucky a little bit. So keep Breece, draft Bucky. Makes sense to me.
Let's see, I'm on the clock and need some receivers, and there is nothing. I mean, it's a wasteland up here. We'll queue up Bateman and just go. Hopefully one of these guys is playing alongside Lamar. We'll queue up Yoshivas because we have Burrow with the double there. And then our last pick's probably going to, well, there goes Rashard Bateman. That's awesome.
That's not going to help you at all.
Yeah. Beautiful draft here, Randy. Nice job on stream, bud. We're going to go with Devon Bailey.
Hey, there's 11 other people in this draft that you can't control, including me.
Yeah. This might be one of those teams that if it sneaks through, it should be not duplicated. That's for sure.
No, it won't be.
Kraft is under Ferguson and Goddard on ESPN. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Where it's just like, I understand the knee injury, but like Tucker Kraft is not dead, and to me, he looks like a younger George Kittle. So if you're telling me I can get, I think on DraftKings, I think Ferguson's like 128 and Goddard's like 120. So if you're telling me I can get Kraft, who's going off like 85th after those guys, I mean, it's just, we do have an ESPN tool up on the page. If you want to go over to breakingboardsdfs.com, you can go play around with that ESPN tool, and it automatically syncs the ADP for ESPN in there. And I just think it gives you an easy way to, like, if you're new to drafting or something like that, you can go in and just put in, if you type in Breece Hall, it's going to give you a full breakdown from us concerning Breece Hall versus the ADP. And I mean, like most people are alluding to in the chat, ESPN's a mess when they first come out. Yeah, the 12 pick is equally as bad as the 11.
Nasty. Do you want to go through this drafts real quick, grade them real quick before, so we can?
Yeah, is your pick next?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Okay.
I'm done.
I'll let you read through yours, and then I'll read through mine, and then we'll get back to the comments then.
Okay. Yep. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chase Brown, Lad McConkey, Josh Jacobs, J-Mo, Bucky Irving, Justin Herbert, Laporta, Mahomes, Corum, Kelsey, Gadsden, Jennings, Stroud, Brian Robinson, Tank Dell, Gio Bernard, Justice Hill, Ted Hurst, and Jalen Noel. I like mine minus a quarterback change, but I'll give mine a C+ actually on this one.
Well, Gio Bernard retired a few years ago, so I hope that's not him.
Jeremy. Yeah.
I don't like the Tank Dell Jalen Noel double because I feel like they do the same thing, so it's going to be one or the other. The best case scenario there is like one plays the first half of the season and then one plays the second half of the season type situation. But with my roster, I have no room to talk right now. Also, don't like that you took my guy, so I'm gonna dock you for that. With Justice
well, you had a chance, but unfortunately, you.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't take any more running backs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. He left him.
I'm gonna give you a solid B. I think.
Thanks.
Jeremy Bernard at 199 is pretty sweet, and Ted Hurst at 223 is hard to get. Also, because people are pulling those guys up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read through this mess and then let's let Rich teach us a lesson in the $7. Saquon, Ashton Genty, Zay Flowers, T. Higgins, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Chuba Hubbard, Kyle Pitts, Rico Dowdle, Jacoby Myers, Romeo Doubs, Rashid Shaheed, Keaton Mitchell, Trey Tucker, Fernando Mendoza, Gunnar Helm, Mike Gesicki, Elijah Surratt, Andre Yoshivas, and Devon Bailey. I would give that probably a C. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not good either.
Yeah, I was going to be generous and give it a C.
All right, let's hop over here and let me find this $7 contest. You guys will have to show me this one. I don't think I've entered any in this one yet.
So, yeah, I haven't either. I tried to the other day. It's a $7 turbo.
Like turbo bounty or something? Is it this $5 or 5 max? Oh, no, hyperspeed tutty.
Hyperspeed, yeah. Give me a second, and let's give everybody a second to get it.
Yeah, you're good. About to join it now. Rich, if you're in here and you still want to get in the $7, we will join it here in just a second. We'll do a countdown together. That way everybody can get in the same draft. I think Kayshon Boutte is a nice player. I just don't know how often he's going to get on the field. I mean, they have a ton of guys there. Everybody ready for the $7? Adam, you ready?
I'm ready. Rich, you ready? Thumbs up. Anything?
He already said it. He already said it on the screen.
Okay, cool.
All right. I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1, 0. I am in there in 2 of 12, so it should be good if everybody wants to jump into the hyper over on. You're not
1 of 12. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I mean, refresh your screen, please.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a couple of years ago. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he had like the J.K. Dobbins type of injury. So I'm a Texans fan. I hope you're right on Dell. I think, unfortunately, he's probably – I was going to say something corny, like he's a Dell of himself, a shell of him. He's probably like 80% old Tank Dell, which is still pretty good, but we're probably talking more like Christian Kirk versus Zay Flowers type with Tank Dell now. Jalen Noel I think he's a nice player. It's just we're very wide receiver heavy. Nico Higgins, Noel, Dell, Xavier Hutchinson sees way too many snaps. I mean, we just have a ton of guys that are going to get on the field for us, and we don't pass a lot. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and I just want to pair one more weapon with CJ right there, and I wasn't stretching or reaching for him. His ADP was 223, and it was 234, whatever it was. So I didn't feel like it was a wasted pick in any way.
5 of 12. If anybody wants to get into the $7 Hyper Turbo Bounty Hyperspeed 50K Tutty.
It's
5 max entry.
Not a bounty. It's not a poker tournament, Randy.
I'm getting in the mindset, man. We're going to the casino in a couple days.
I know.
What is the payout looking like for this thing here?
I think it's 1,000. No, it's more than that up top. 10,000 up top, maybe. I don't know.
It's rules and scoring. Where's the
payout? So you gotta go round 1. No. So it's where it says round 1.
Oh, I got
go to round 4.
A whole $10 there. Is there? What's the advance rate? Do we know? It's top 2, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, $5K for $7. That's not bad.
Yeah. What's the? How many go?
And it's only like what, 9,000 teams.
Not many.
Blah blah. Scoring, which we all probably know by now. Lineups consist of yada yada yada.
28 seats to the final.
I'll tell you, that's a fun thing to play in when you make that final. That's a very fun, because the $44 that I had a finals team at a couple of years ago, I think it was like 40 man, and I mean it's nice when you're sitting there in second place and you know that not that many people can pass you. Give this a refresh here and see where we are. We're still 5 out of 12. I don't know if anybody wants to jump in there with us. Yeah, man. We don't play a lot. Probably like 2-3 times a year, but when I get to play, it's just like one of those things where it's just awesome getting out there and seeing some cards fly across the field.
Yeah, we try to get up as 2 to 3, like I said, times a year. We do have a trip, not officially planned, but more than likely planned to go to the WSOP in August in Murphy, the circuit event. So not Murphy, excuse me, Cherokee. So we'll be doing that. But we haven't officially planned out what events, because the events are not scheduled yet. So we have to see what events are going to be listed and what is a good day to go up there and do that.
David says he's in here with us in the $7. 88, 40 teams, 5 max. And then Rich is saying, man, this thing's taking too long. I'm good with everything else. If we can wait it out, or if you guys want to hop into something else, you guys just let me know what you're feeling. We're 5 out of 12 now on the refresh. So you guys just let us know what you're feeling and we can jump into whatever. I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I did know, like I said, when I tried this the other day, that this one does take, unless you got people on board. So everybody in the chat, please jump in.
Doing all chat.
I think we at least got 70 y'all in here, and we can get on in here and get this done.
We are in the $7 Hyperspeed 50K Tutty on DraftKings. If anybody wants to jump in there, try something new here. I believe it's 20-second clock, so a lot like over on Underdog. If anybody is drafted over there, $7, 5K up top. If anybody wants to jump in there, we need 7 more still. But yeah, we'll probably go play, I don't know, 1, 2, 2, 5, something like that. I enjoy playing Ultimate Poker, which I don't know if anybody's ever played that before, where it's just you versus the house. Can get expensive, but give it a minute, I guess. I'll have to do either the 25 or the 3. I've maxed the others. We can do the 25 if you want to jump into the 25, Rich. I know Adam has maxed the 3. So just, whichever one you guys are feeling, like I said. David.
Yeah, I was about to say, David,
Is that in your budget, David, or do you want us to wait on the $7? We're halfway through now on the 7. Also, if I pick from the 11, I'm just going to auto pick. I think it's going to turn out a lot better.
Also, in the circuit event, we'll be back in Cherokee in August, like I said, and in November, December, the end of November, Thanksgiving weekend. So obviously, we'll probably see if we can spin that up too, depending on what our plans are. We never know. But I'd like to do more of that, and I know Randy would like to probably as well. So
yeah, we can do a little like content on it too. Well, I mean, the last time we went, we only had time for one event. We played the 400, I think, 444 or something like that. I forgot how many entries it was. It was quite a few though, 500-600 maybe, close to 1,000, something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Finished 52nd. Had Cowboys win in free and got called with ace jack off and ace on the flop, and they escorted me to the door. So fun times. But if you play poker for any time at all in your life, you know bad beats happen. So
okay. Did David say he can get in the 25? Because I think Rich is ready to get in the 25. Because I think we went down to 5 again.
Yeah, we went backwards. Rich, are you good with the 25? David, are we good with the 25? Let me tag him on screen here. Need to get a new mic stand so I don't have to reach around the mic. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I backed out.
Call it. Oh, you already backed out. Thanks for warning us there.
Oh,
all right. Going back to the lobby, we'll get into the 25. I haven't heard from David in a minute. Just let me know when you guys are at the screen, and we'll 3, 2, 1 it and get in one of these things.
I'm ready to go.
Rich, are you at the $25 screen there? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. 5 of 12 again.
Correct.
This one should feel a lot faster than the last one.
It will. I mean, it still may take a time, but it will feel. It's already at 7 now.
7 of 12. If anybody wants to get into the $25 big tournament, the $3 million up top over on DraftKings. We should need what, like 3, 5 more people now? Something like that.
4.
8 of 12. If anybody wants to hop into the $25 on DraftKings, we're in there. A few of us from the chat are in there as well. So we'll see what we can get going. Hopefully David is not too pissed that we left him in the $7. I don't know if he got in and had something going on and had to walk away, but hopefully you take it down, David.
Yeah, it's probably not going to feel. He's probably going to be sitting there for a minute.
He'll get a notification in like 2 days. Draft field. That's why I can't do slows.
Yeah.
I just want to get it done and get it over with when I'm locked in. I don't want to wake up, brush my teeth, and have to make 37 picks. Were you any closer to getting this thing filled up?
I think it was 9.
I mean, if nothing else, if Ben and Michael just want to join us for a live stream, we can just stream, I guess. Figure out the shows later. They'll be all right.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Nine of 12. 3 more people in the $25 on DraftKings.
11 to 12.
Okay.
Should get Michael to go up to play poker with us.
I tried. He has something called work. that he can't get out of.
Well.
What's up, Mike? Glad you could join us, man. Yeah, I can understand that. That's one thing I avoided. My brother has a number of kids, and as soon as I saw him have the number that he has, I was like, I'm good. I will pass. That's what I'm saying. Actually, my wife just bought me some summer shandies. I should run upstairs and grab one real quick. If I'm out of the 11, come on, man, don't do it to me twice.
Are you in 11 again?
No. Oh no,
Okay.
you're gonna snipe me on my quarterbacks.
No, here we are.
You know what? I like Rich's idea.
Rich, what is your screen name? Your DraftKings name? Is it Looney Tunes? Because I think I saw that in the $7 before we aborted.
Sometimes you just got to go with it. Sometimes you just got to go snag one.
I just asked Rich if he was Looney Tunes. I think I saw that name. What his DraftKings name was.
He is Looney Tunes.
Okay, there we go. Good deal. So I'm kind of rocking the cradle between both of y'all. Okay, I like it. Or is it the other way around? Y'all are rocking the cradle with me. I don't know which one it is, but
I'll be honest with you, I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
So
I think it's a term that's given in when you're driving on interstate with truck drivers, and you're in between. So I guess it would be me, because, or y'all be rocking the cradle, because it's, I think from what I know, it's two truckers beside a car, and when you're in between, it's called rocking the cradle. I don't know. That's what I heard.
What kind of stuff are you into, man? Truck stops, being in between. I'm good.
Oh no, not at all. Not no.
Oh,
I'll be taking somebody like CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert unstacked.
Remember the days a couple of months ago when Bijan was the automatic number one?
Those days are long gone. Have been for about a month now.
He never was my one.
I know that.
I moved Gibbs and Chase around for a little bit, but it's never Bijan. That's why I think I'm at 7% Bijan. Good call on the beer, Rich. That was a hell of a call. Also, I would advise not running up 16 stairs when you're my age. A lot of things can go wrong.
Man,
I'm not doing it.
If
you don't do it, I'm not doing it.
Sometimes you gotta be contrarian.
Good luck to you, bud.
Thanks, man.
Can't be me.
Sometimes you just gotta, you just don't have enough exposure of a certain guy, so you just sprinkle him in there a little bit.
I'm good. You can sprinkle all you want. Bruce said he's got enough CMC.
I appreciate that. I don't, like I said, I don't have any, so I mean, it's probably a good idea. Normally, I wouldn't have taken them. Normally, I would have just gone Jefferson or Lamb right there and just said whatever. But
what is my ownership on CMC? Do I have any? Might be the better question.
I don't know if you do yet. I mean, you probably do somewhere.
Ooh, I have more than I thought. I have one.
Okay. I think this is draft number 2 of almost 40 that I've done that I have CMC.
I've done quite a few. I don't know the actual total number off the top of my head, but in this contest, I know I think it's 94 or 95 in the 25. And I have one $25 entry CMC.
It's technically 38. And I got
It sounded painful. Whatever the number is, it sounded painful.
it's bad. I can't even. It's just one. It's 1%. Not 1%, 3%, but one draft. That's my first draft for CMC. Thanks, Rich. I needed my one CMC draft for the year.
See, there's the Genty Barkley at 12 versus last draft, and I took him at the 11.
Yeah, and typically
Actually,
that would be
flipped also.
Typically it's Barkley Genty, but I mean, whatever you want to do. If you're
That's
getting
a start
both.
I don't like at all. The Cook Hampton
Oh no.
on underdog maybe on DK. That's a nasty start in my opinion. Let's see, we got Jefferson. I have a ton of London. I like London quite a bit. Also like Chase Brown. I don't have a lot of Chase Brown. It's a little bit torn. I think we're gonna go London.
I'll go Henry.
The big dog.
I'll let Rich have Chase Brown right there.
I like that Brown start.
You didn't say anything about it last draft when I had it.
Yeah, well, you suck, but I like Rich.
You were all in your own feelings about round 11 or pick 11. So
if you want me to check out in a draft, put me in the 11th spot.
Put you in 11th spot. Yep.
The one's pretty rough, but I still have hope for some reason when I get that. The 2, not great. Anything between 3 and 10, I'm locked in. The 12, I'm just like, whatever. Just take the top person on my little rankings there, and then the 11th spot. I can't.
That Chase Bowers at 3 is like, it's almost automatic every time you get in a draft. Excuse me.
I think it's the nut start if you can land the plane from like a standardized, because like Chase and Bowers, like you see it almost every time.
Yeah, you really do.
See, like I love Gibbs, but I'm lower on Pickens and I'm lower on Love, so like that's why I hate that turn. But what else are you supposed to do there? Pull up, McConkey or Ejbuka or Flowers or.
I mean, technically you should have had Nico right there, but Nico got pulled up. So. And you also have Rice.
You could have gone Olave and Devonta.
Yay! Love to see Josh Allen getting pulled up again, as always.
Wow, the double tap early tight end.
I've seen that before. I don't know what it's going to produce this year, but I've seen that happen.
I saw it on the right side of the board, which is completely stupid in my opinion. So looking at the capital allocation, if you looked at tight end right now on that guy's team, he'd be like up here type situation, and you can't catch up. And it looks like my guy Rich is about to catch a brown Olave. Oh man, goes off one pick.
Would have, yeah.
That'd been a hell of a start.
It would have been.
Flowers, don't hate that. Week 17 with Brown. Screws you from the Baltimore double stack, so I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Appreciate you looking at the top of my board there. That's whenever that guy was like, it's collusion. I was like, buddy, have you watched our drafts? I think Adam sniped me on picks in every draft that he's been, and for some reason you've always ended up right next to me.
Unless you're in 11. I'm not nowhere near you on that one.
Just gonna go all week 6 buys.
Well, I mean,
that'd be kind of a neat little thing if you could work around it, so that way you could just take a buy. Maybe the family's got a vacation or whatever, and you're just like, I'm not gonna worry about it that week.
Don't have to look at my team this week.
I think 3 through 5 is probably my favorite. I love getting Chase at 3. If you can catch a falling Chase, I mean, to me, that's money in the bank. I think Chase is my favorite player on the board for this year. I think he probably finishes as the 101 again. Had him in my queue. Yeah, it's tough. I thought you were going to get the Brown Olave. Let's see what through 3. Rich has Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chase Brown, and Zay Flowers. Adam has CMC, Derrick Henry, and Achibuka. And I have all wide receivers in Jefferson, London, and McConkey. That's moving Scatabo up the board a little bit there at 36.
Definitely.
Are we still playing running backs in this one, or how do I need one of those?
Eventually. I don't think you're hard pressed to get one right now, though.
Oh, I'm not, for sure.
It's like you got to make a stand right now and go ahead and just wait that one out.
The good news is I've set myself up to do exactly what everyone was talking about in the last draft. I have my Kyler, I have Herbert, and I have my Tua.
Yeah,
I'm playing for our quarterback from the last draft.
Uh-huh.
A little bit torn here between these two guys at the running back position. Normally I would go Burden here, but a little bit of fallers. It's hard for me not to take a guy who's fallen this far in Kyron. I don't love him, but if I'm going to get Kyron, I'm going to get him at pick 41. I can get behind that.
I don't like having double bye 13, but Breece Hall falling too. I mean, you don't get Breece Hall in the middle of round 4 typically.
I mean, I probably should have gone Breece for the 17 with Jefferson, but I just, I think that Rams offense is going to score a ton of points, and I don't know how many points that Jets offense is going to put up this year.
Yeah.
Rich, can you explain to me why Swift over Burden? Not that I prefer, one or the other. I would have gone probably Burden just because I like late running back, but just wondering what you're thinking there with Swift. Maybe you're seeing something I'm not with him. I do have him ranked like in that range, though. I think I have him at like 45 or 46. And again, we are drafting alongside the Solver tool. If you want to go check them out, throw in promo code BB26. There's a QR code up on your screen. 20% off the first month if you are a first-time purchaser of the draft assistant tool over there. I don't do a draft without it. I think it's like $34 or $35 a month. Pretty cool tool. Again, 20% off your first month with code BB26. Also, if you're a first-time purchaser of the tool and you are sub to our YouTube channel, shoot me a message over at breakingboardsdfs.com, which I will throw the QR code up for you guys now. Go over there, shoot us a message, and I will get you into a $10 draft on DraftKings for free. Was just trying for 2 top running backs. I assume that's can't wait a while now. Plenty of wide receivers over the draft. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I like some of the late running backs. Okay.
I get it. We'll be filming one of our shows today, I think sometime today, that I have a take on the running back position. I will withhold it till then, but like Randy said, getting some late running backs isn't bad. And I'll tell you why. Next week, you'll learn why.
I just think, I mean, obviously it's not my topic, so I can speak on it a little bit, and I don't know what you're going to say yet. I think that the way that offenses are setting up now, playing bigger personnel, it sets up for an RB2 to be in a better position to score more fantasy points than a wide receiver 3 or 4. Versus 2 years ago, that wasn't the case. 2 years ago, you're probably going to see a lot of 3 wide receiver sets and 4 wide receiver sets and stuff of that nature. There's just not many teams running that style of offense anymore. Now it's probably going to cycle back in a couple of years where it's 3 wide receivers again. But I think you'll probably see heavier personnel groupings this year. A little surprised there that
With
neither
what?
one of you guys went with Lamar.
Well, I don't like second Lamar with Henry because he's not throwing the ball to Henry.
That's interestingly enough for DFS, the stack that has scored the most fantasy points over the last couple of seasons is actually Lamar, Henry, and Mark Andrews. That specific build. Like overall, not in one game. I assume one game's probably Chase and Higgins and Burrow or something like that, or Chase Brown and Burrow, Chase Brown, Higgins, something like that. A little early for me on Tyler Warren in the 60s. I get it, but I would prefer it on underdog. Which again, I'm not sure that I'm going to play many more this season on underdog. I kind of want to see what's going on with underdog before I jump in the streets. I got 50 in Best Ball Mania, and that's probably where I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I think I have 1 over there, but I mean, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on it. So
I'm more of a full PPR kind of guy, anyways. Let's see, it's coming up to me here next. Flipping back over to the page. No real reason for me to go Burrow. Who went off the board there? Caleb Williams. Wow, that's early. I think for the Jacksonville love, I prefer Tate and Tyson. I prefer Tyson Tate than Thomas. But because I have Byshaw, I think I'm going to go ahead and go Brian Thomas and hope he has some kind of a bounce back. A little bit of week 7 stuff going on there with my team with McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr. Did you freeze, sir?
Yeah, I did. I just wanted to. I got a lot of price, and I was trying to figure out a way around it without reaching too bad. I didn't feel like I could. So
you're in that. You're in that wide receiver, rut that I was in the last draft.
I know kind of where I'm going, but I just don't want to go down that far yet. I mean, there's no need to go 10 picks, above ADP for these guys yet. I mean, I know I only have 2 wide receivers, but still, I don't feel like I'm desperate enough to go down there and grab anybody too early.
Yeah, I mean, there's a round that's coming around here in a few minutes. It's got, the Downs, the Jacoby Myers, the Pearsalls, the Matthew Goldens. I mean, that type of area. I don't mind those guys at all. That's a little late on Cardinal Tate.
And by the way, the Caleb Williams that was ahead of you was because of Loveland. They went ahead and stacked. They didn't want to lose out because there's somebody who has Burden, and then Odunze. Somebody's got Odunze already too, and they're different people, so they just didn't want to lose out.
I think from watching so many underdog drafts and having been in a ton now, I prefer to catch falling QBs because I've seen how much teams are reaching for QBs. So if my builds are different, I want them to be different with guys that I'm getting at a lesser ADP versus trying to pull a QB up the board that doesn't warrant it.
When you gotta, it's harder to pull the QB up to match who you got early than it is to find somebody. You need to match your personnel with your QB, and you need your QB to be down the board a little bit. So you gotta have personnel that mirrors that. So I get what you're saying. I hope what I said made sense. It probably didn't, but
zero.
In my head, it did. So.
You have 10 seconds, sir. I don't know if you know it was on you.
It's okay. I got it.
I don't want to chance it. As soon as I take Johnston, somebody would have taken Herbert. Now, if Johnston falls back, we'll make a move then, but
Yeah.
might double tap QB here. Although I don't like double tapping with guys who have the same bye week.
No, it's not fun.
I got some late stuff working. I got the guy that we were talking about last time. Later
Yeah,
on,
you do.
the only problem is I have to watch who ended up with Drake, me, and then who ended up with Bijan, and then Pitts whenever he goes off the board. And I got to watch you because your ass will be sniping.
No, I think you know where I'm going. So
Right. The guy talks about a time crunch and burns the full 30 seconds and then throws in a time bank
did.
to get another
I
30.
did. Yeah, that was bad.
You've been warned, sir. You've been warned.
No, I'm gonna. I don't have that in my.
Never mind on the week
It's not,
7.
not in my plans right now to take Murray. I'm not here to block. I'm here to win. So I got to go with my sec until somebody takes my player, and then I'm here to block everybody.
There goes Quentin Johnston, 2 picks before me. Almost bent the turn.
Mm.
A little bit torn here between Kyle Pitts and Cortland Sutton. We just took Kyle Pitts a moment ago, but with the double with London and what we talked about last time, I also have a ton of Cortland Sutton. So we're gonna get freaky with it and take a little bit of Kyle Pitts. Got a Caleb Odunze and Loveland Bill. That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, I've had those a few times.
I'm
I
a
would
little bit
prefer
worried about Odunze.
Yeah, I am too. I would prefer the Caleb Loveland Burden stack, but that's hard to do.
That was tough to get. Very tough to get. I'm a little worried about Odunze's foot. Every time I see Mahomes go off, like I agree, he was the pick there. Every time I see him go off there, it just reminds me when I got him at 132. It was like I think he was my QB3 on that roster. And he just kept falling. And I was like, is there news coming out? I mean, I was like on Twitter looking for news. And at 132, I was just like, man, I can't let him fall anymore. So what are we through 8?
Mm-hmm.
Rich has Amon-Ra, Chase Brown, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Jordan Tyson, RJ Harvey, and Pat Mahomes. Adam has Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Ejbuka, Brees Hall, Mike Evans, Jadarian Price, Kyle Monangai, and Brock Purdy. I have Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Lab McConkey, Kyron Williams, Byshal Tootin, Brian Thomas Jr., Justin Herbert, and Kyle Pitts. I like our draft so far.
Yeah, as soon as I get more receivers, we'll be better.
like Dwada went off what 96 here. When did I get him last draft? 107, right?
Yeah, you got him late.
Was it 107 or 110?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was 1-7.
Oh, I 100% agree. I think I read my ownership earlier, but I think he's my second or third most owned QB.
He's going to be good. He's going to be ready to go by week 1. Now, again, will he be 100%? No, but he'll be ready to go by, like you said, best ball playoff time. So
I have no qualms. I'm full in on Mahomes. He's actually my highest owned player if we're not counting ties. If we're counting ties, it's him and Tyler Show at the QB position. Coming back around here to my guy. Hopefully he doesn't do me dirty. He does not. One more pick. I need to follow one more pick. Not going to collude. Not going to say it out loud.
No. I mean, I'm gonna double tap my quarterbacks too. That way,
Tap
I
'em,
don't get.
baby.
That way, I don't
Tap
get
'em.
in trouble.
I kind of set this man up dirty in the 11 because I know he's going Jacoby Myers at the 107 or the 110, so that buys me one pick for my guy to fall back to me here at pick 113. Hopefully nobody reaches when there's not really anybody you can backstack with the guy that I'm thinking of. Wink,
Everybody's
wink,
got two
nudge,
quarterbacks too ahead
nudge.
of you. You know,
Yeah,
everybody.
that doesn't matter on DraftKings. They'll get 14 on here.
Well, I know, but
That's a guy I'm a little low on. Wandale. Oh, he stole Pearsall from you. And Kittle went before you.
I
That's
mean,
early on Kittle.
What can I do? I have the most receptions in that with McCaffrey, so I'm not really worried about it.
You have Evans too, right?
Yeah, I do. Again, not
Casey
worried about
Concepcion is starting to climb the board a bit also.
He is, and he's mostly unstacked because nobody wants his quarterbacks, which is makes sense. I mean,
Also, Mike was wrong.
What?
I'm surprised he was wrong, but he was wrong. We thought this guy was going to go Burrow. Go Burrow.
That's what.
He
well, I don't
on
think
Burrow and went Daniels.
Well, because he had McLaurin. Like I said, he was going to go whatever the board was going to have him.
Did he have a chance at T though? Yeah, he had a chance at T instead of Scatterbo. Could have had T and Burrow.
Maybe he's got 87 shares of Burrow already.
I mean, I'm fine with 88 shares of Burrow. They're just
diversify your portfolio a little bit. Got to.
Depends on the portfolio. If you told me I could have 150 Gibbs, I would just take 150 Gibbs. Or 150 Jamar Chase, I would take 150 Jamar Chase. And if I lose, meh.
So be it.
If you told me I could have 150 CMC, I would go put my money somewhere else. One more pick. Don't do it. You don't need a third QB guy. Thank you, sir.
He did get Aaron Jones, though.
That's cool. I'm cool with it.
That's cool. Whatever.
I need one more QB, and I've got the perfect stack of QBs that we were talking about the last go around.
I do know I'm up. I just don't know where I go on right now.
I like how the guy on the time crunch is taking all the clock. And then you took the top guy on the queue. Three QBs in a row there for Rich.
Yeah, he got his out of the way. That's my first Jaden Reed. I don't have any of him.
You know my disdain for Jaden Reed.
Yeah, and I just looked at the board and his ADP and everything was just. I'm like, oh well. And I need receivers. So
you also have a backstack with him if you wanted to go three QBs. You don't necessarily have to with Purdy and Baker, but actually, Jordan Love just went. Never mind.
No, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I'll backstack somewhere else if I choose to. I don't know yet that I will.
I don't have to, but I have a double stack lined up later on. So, like, if I like the rest of my roster and take a flip back over here to the draft capital allocation buckets, if you see I'm already in 3 of the 4, I'm in a QB, I'm in at wide receiver, I'm in at tight end. One more running back will put me in. So after that, I can just kind of take best available type situation. That's why I like the 1, 2, 5, 2 or 2, 2, 5, 1 or 2, 3, 5, 0, those kind of builds to this point in the draft. That way I can stay on the take the best player available. Whereas the last draft, I was reaching on wide receivers that I wouldn't necessarily have reached on otherwise just because I was behind the 8 ball. Which I think you're about to learn that lesson in this draft.
I am learning that lesson, and I really don't know. I mean,
we got him shook, Rich. We got him shook. They put him in the middle of us. He wasted $25. Yeah. Olave falling back to you earlier would have been nice. I mean, you still got some outs in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of guys that I like later on in New Orleans that that are decent. Probably flip back over to the player page so I can take a look around here whenever Rich makes his selection. Romeo Dobbs. I think we're just going to go Jordan Mason here. Pretty easy selection for me.
Mm-hmm.
Goes with my triple stack now of Minnesota. Mason, Jefferson, and Addison. All the sons. One more son on that offense that I could get later.
I don't hate my draft, but it's not normal for me.
Kind of feels like you hate your draft, honestly.
I started Christian McCaffrey, and now it's like, what do I do with life? I mean, how do I proceed? I really don't know.
I mean, it's fine. That's what happens when you get put between two solid drafters. Typically, things don't go your way, and this is what you get. Remember all those drafts where I had a double of like Jalen Hurts, and you took Jalen Hurts on stacks?
Yeah.
Wow, that man heard me talking and took T.J. Hawkinson at 133. That's like 30 picks above ADP, I think.
Yeah, close I think you were thinking about getting him 2 rounds from now.
Yeah, I was looking at like 161.
Well, I don't know if you could have got him that late, but 153 for sure.
I mean, he's going pretty late. Does anybody have any Brandon Ayuk bags packed that they wish they could unpack and undo? I don't have any Brandon Ayuk. I haven't taken one.
I don't think I have a single free agent that's listed as free agent on any of my drafts.
I've taken a couple of digs when he falls into like the 140s, and I've taken a couple of Debos like late. But otherwise, I'm not taking Ayuk or Keenan Allen. I know some people were kind of getting on that for a minute.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Bill Krosky-Merritt, it's either him or Shaheed for me here. I got the Week 17 stuff with Bill Krosky-Merritt. I have a ton of Keaton, or I would give Keaton for a double there, but I'm going to go with Bill Krosky-Merritt in round 12. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. I went ahead and got Jalen McMillan because I have Baker. So I need another receiver stack right there. So I got Edgebuka and McMillan. I do have no tight ends right now. And I know one I can get later. The other one is already gone. So now I'm just wondering how I navigate. And maybe whatever tight end I get is probably how I'm going to address the next quarterback issue. If I choose to get another quarterback. Keaton Mitchell going again early. Randy's not going to be happy about that. Man, if I want a third quarterback, I'm running out of hope. There ain't many options out there now.
Thanks to Rich and his beer idea.
You got another one.
I had to make a second run.
Yeah, yes. I was talking. I have no tight ends yet.
Don't tell him. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Rich both. And yeah.
I legit thought I was going to miss my pick. I was like, man, I'm taking too long getting up these stairs this time.
Well, I think Rich's tight ends are still, at least he's got. Okay, I won't say it. As soon as I say it, it's going to be awful. I got to figure out if I want a third quarterback or not.
I mean, when you Joanna, man, it's hard to have them fall back to you, you know? You know what I'm saying?
That's on you.
You hate me now?
That's on you.
That's what I'm saying. At least for a few hours, till you black out and wake up in somebody's yard type situation. I'll have to tell the Jack Daniels story at some point on the stream.
Yeah, that's for another time.
And it's not the Jack Daniels that you would think. And Juwan does fall back.
Man, I just every time.
Watch. Snipe. Incoming.
No.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Can I do this?
Are you going to do it today?
Maybe. Maybe.
Get the double with both my quarterbacks so far. I have another double that is waiting on me at the end of the draft that I'm sure somebody will snipe me out of. Let me shoot the guys a message because they are messaging me about where's the link.
Yeah, they're like, let us in.
Tell them to blame you. This is all your fault, anyways. It's not my idea. You said, "Do I want to draft?"
I did.
When have I ever said no?
I did.
Check your phone.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
In case anybody's wondering, typically we get together one night a week and film all of our shows back to back, and we talk about it throughout the week, and we don't share any information we get on. We film our shows. That way we can post them the next week. Today's agreed time was 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Adam. And he messaged me and says, "Hey, you want a live draft?" And I've never said no. So here we are with 6 rounds left. So
I think, Rich, you had the great idea for the time crunch, getting the 20-second one, but it didn't fill. It never was going to fill. Maybe 2 days later, and but that was the way to go, and just couldn't happen. So here we are, but it's all good. Everybody's got to make sacrifices in life, you know. I asked to stream. You said yes. I got into a poker tournament that I shouldn't have got into. I've been blinded out. And now
I'm not upset at anybody. I'm just whenever they start giving you shit, just expect me to pile on. Like,
oh yes, absolutely. Why not? Okay, I'm going to see if I can make this.
Davis went early. Did I miss somebody? Davis. Oh, Ray did. Wow. Yeah.
Oh.
Go Burrow.
Yeah. Go Burrow. Yeah.
Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe.
And now Michael is sending a meme every 3 seconds. Yeah, you're gonna get some hate mail, man. Definitely some hate mail.
He's sending a meme on the stream, I'm guessing.
No, he's he said, I don't know if you meant to say streaming because we are not streaming, but I'm steaming. That's what he said. So I'll let you guys figure it out.
Yeah.
Just fold this draft. All right, now he's sending it on stream.
Yep.
You boys finish it out.
Nah, I don't do good with auto.
I think the auto would argue with you. I think auto might be your way to go.
I think I got a path now. I think I'm good.
I think the next time I get the 11 on stream, I'm just going to walk off and let it auto, and nobody's going to say anything for like an hour while that draft finishes, and then I'll come back and do a live stream.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've got to reach here, don't I? Feels like I do.
You might need to.
Let's see, 2, 2, 3, 2.
I mean, you get through Okay, you get one more, and then the two of us are fine. You don't have to worry about us because I got my own agenda to take care of.
I'm not gonna reach too bad, but I'm definitely gonna make some moves here. Let's see who's
There.
on the board here.
Took care of that agenda.
How many tight ends do I have? 2. I got Pitts and I got Rhonda Gatson. I'm gonna try. Okay, so he goes there. So if I can get past these two guys twice, we're onto something. The turn I'm a little bit worried about. He could double tap Zachariah Branch and the quarterback that shall not be named on stream right now.
Yeah, because we don't know where his head's at. I mean, he has Ray Davis pulled up 30 spots, 40 spots.
He did the same with Hawkinson to snipe me earlier, so I wouldn't rule it out that it's not someone on stream just screwing with me. Which, if that's the case, touche.
Yeah, but please reveal yourself.
I actually think it's kind of funny.
I like a good, mystery, and then, Okay. Okay.
6 weeks, none the richer.
I'm not going to question it until after this pick is made, and then I'll question it.
Okay.
Yeah, you question it now. Yeah. Okay. Wow. He don't have Jalen Hurts either, so I don't. 8 wide receivers. I just one's not even signed anywhere and may not play this year.
Well, the good news is that I don't think it's going to matter. Looking at his roster.
Yeah.
I think we have a donation type situation going on with Go Burrow.
I'm good with that.
One more pick. I'm not floating him back to pick 200. I don't think he'll make it there, but
no.
Where's he at? QB number 3. Let's see what we get coming back to us once I make everyone have a seizure from not being able to control the board here. I need a new mouse. I'm buying a whole new setup. It's on the way. All right, that one's one you're definitely going to have to explain to me, Rich. I don't understand the love for Marshawn Lloyd.
Talk to us, Rich. I don't know.
Maybe you got something I don't have. Maybe you saw something, some kind of report. Just not a guy I'm getting to at all. Been down that road a couple of times, wrecked, head on, and don't want to go down it again. Probably cut this stream shortly after this draft so we don't get stabbed.
Yeah.
You shut your mouth, sir. You shut your mouth. You sit there in this room and you watch the stream that you didn't want to be on.
Because work got in the way.
Yeah. The only thing about a rocket is it goes up pretty quickly, but then it also comes down very quickly. So maybe you get a couple of useful weeks out of Marshawn Lloyd. Marshawn Lloyd, but that's going to be a rocket that I'm going to watch and see what happens.
I'm just going to watch it from a distance.
It may not get off the ground. Zachariah Branch isn't coming back. The disrespect. Some of these people in the comments. Is there anything worse, just for you guys that are putting in volume? I don't know if anybody out there's putting in a lot, but if you're doing a lot of drafts, especially, I don't know if it's especially on stream, but just drafts in general, when you get to this point of the draft and people burn all 30 seconds, is it just me that it feels like whenever you're playing at the poker tables and someone's playing slow? Like I'm good with anything. You can play well, you can play not well, you can play GTO, you can play whatever. Just don't play slow. Adam.
Yes, don't play slow. I mean, have an internal clock in your head, but don't play
Look at
so
Rich.
slow.
Insta click. feel like this is going to be the worst snipe of all time right here. I can feel it in my bone. I can feel it in my plums. Michael, I just want you to know, in front of everybody, in front of the tens and tens of people watching this stream right now.
Tens of people.
Suck it. Got him all the way back. Feeling pretty good about that. The triple stack with Atlanta. I don't know how good I feel about that.
Yeah,
but
well.
I'm high on Atlanta this year. I guess it'd be helpful if I got back over to the draft board. Rich has got me worked up with these beers, man. They're flowing. Everything's feeling pretty good. I may even get my guy in this draft.
You may.
This might be an A draft. It might be. I know we were talking about it, what, last week? Week before last?
Yep, last week. Over the weekend.
I like this one. I like it a lot.
My draft has settled down.
It was worth burning 30 minutes of Michael's time to do it.
You've only burned 10 of it so far.
Yeah, I know. I think I started that because I took him a ton early when nobody was taking him in like 210, 220, 230. And now he's solid inside the 180s. I've seen him in the 160s. Yeah, 180, yeah. Oh, no-hitter through 7.
We have not seen a no-hitter by one pitcher since 2024. Let's remember that.
I agree with Rich. If you get the libations flowing, drafting is a lot funner. I should have done it last draft when I had the 11. Maybe that's the meta that we learned from Rich today.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the lesson. If you get the 11, crack a few open.
Break out the whiskey. Break out the whiskey if you got 11. numb it down really good.
I think the wife finished off the last Jack Honey we had. I've been making liquid marijuanas. Those things are dangerous. We bought the Margaritaville icer or whatever. So we shave the ice down and then make the liquid marijuana on top of it. It is delicious. We get our 607th share of Justice Hill on DK.
Probably the 15th or 20th share of Ted Hurst for me. I know 2 for 2 on this stream, so.
Who ended up with Mahomes? Yeah, I thought it was him. Why did you took Emmett Johnson from our guy right in front of him? Or did he? No, he took Parkinson before you. Okay.
Yeah, I took him after.
Two picks left. What are we doing, guys? Where are we going? Positions.
Receiver tight end for this guy.
I think I can take whatever I want at this point. I really like this draft. I think it's an A. I have no qualms with this one. This might be, dare I say, an A+. Who in the hell is that? I don't even know who that is.
Cole Young? Caleb Young? Chris Young?
Does anybody know who the hell C. Young is for the Bengals?
He's the other wide receiver, not Yoshivas.
Mitchell Tinsley?
No, Mitchell Tinsley's still there too.
Who also looked good last year? So you drafted the wide receiver 5 and or 6 or later for the Bengals? Unstacked, dare I say?
Unstacked.
No, he does have Burrow. Also, Yoshivas is still there. So you have the wide receiver 6 for the Bengals when Yoshivas is still on the board.
Hey, Keenan Allen got drafted, okay? Keenan Allen does not get drafted anywhere because he's not playing this year.
Keenan Allen could play at some point, though. I'm not sure that C. Young, whoever the hell that is, Savion Williams. I have drafted a couple of Savions. But they are whenever I have Jordan Love.
I feel like we're pulling up way deep, though.
Yeah, I think you're too far down the board. You might want to, my mouse screws up too, which I'm sure everybody's used to that's watched our streams and my erratic control of our mouse. But I think you're too far down. You may have it upside down. Let's see. I need to queue up a couple of guys here before I hop back over to the draft page. So I'm ready to go when it gets to me after I've spent so much time complaining to you guys about how slow the drafts can be. So we'll get a couple guys on there. and it's automatically to me. Cool. I don't like Katron Allen. I know, I get it. I don't like it. I especially don't like it on DK. Get some week 17 with Thornton. Taekwondo looked pretty good last year. Are we still doing our recap, or are we going to pop over and do the shows before we get murdered?
We'll recap Rich's for him and give him our grade for him.
Pretty sure the Marlins took a pitcher out after the 7th the other day with a perfect game. Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, it's all about pitch counting. And,
you know, it just happens to find its way to me every time. We know my disdain for Georgia.
Colby Young from Georgia.
It's not even really about Georgia. First of all, good pull by Trevor. I had no clue who the hell it was. We're in a chat group with a bunch of friends of ours who are all Georgia fans, and that's all we ever hear about. A couple of days ago, we had a full conversation about Stetson Bennett and his relevance in the NFL in 2026 and how he's going to be a perennial starter and he could be an MVP candidate and that kind of stuff. So I don't know about Adam. I'm burned out on Georgia talk. Like, cool for you guys, your fandom. Awesome. Nothing but the best. You guys might be the best team in college football.
But the only thing I know is Colby Young can go fast. Per all Georgia players.
You mean on the field or just driving?
Probably in a car, I would say. No, I don't know about field. DJ Giddens got drafted over here by Go Burrow. So go Burrow. I don't know if I don't have 0 shares of Giddens, so I don't know where he fits into my scheme.
It's hard to figure out who's the running back too for.
I mean, this is coming from a guy who's about to draft Jake Tungus. So
the hell you are? Not on my watch. I'm going Jake Tungus, tight end 4, baby.
Theo Johnson or Jake Tungus? Who's the not as bad pick?
I'm gonna need another drink for that one.
Yeah, we saw Theo Johnson go, so I'm like, yeah, no.
Well, I'm gonna get my guy. I'm gonna bet against Rich, and I'm gonna hope that one of us is right and your team falls apart.
Michael said that we could recap.
We can recap?
That's what he said. He said everything.
I mean, I don't mind it because I love my draft in this one.
That's there it is. There it is. He said he was going to pair up with a receiver with Tyler Shook.
He already did. He did already. It's a double stack, sir.
Juwan Johnson?
You can't triple stack a double stack.
No, it's true.
All right, I say we go ahead and recap while these guys are digging around with this clock here.
Yep.
Looking at Rich's team first, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Chase Brown, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Swift, DJ Moore, Jordan Tyson, RJ Harvey, Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Tyler Shuck, Romeo Dobbs, Rashid Shaheed, Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry, Tank Dell, Marshawn Lloyd, Colby Parkinson, George Kalani, Jordan James, and Devon Bailey. Rich, I'm going to give you a B.
We'll give you a B minus, just because I like the minus. No, seriously though, because of the stack with New Orleans, and I've touted the New Orleans offense this whole time. Yeah, I like it.
I like how you said you've touted them the whole time and then gave him a lower grade than I give.
Well, there's just some other stack deficiencies there. So
let's see. You have CMC, Henry, Ejbuka, Brees Hall, Mike Evans, Jadarian Price, Kyle Monangai, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Reed, Khalil Shakir, Jalen McMillan, Omar Cooper, Kenyon Sadiq, Geno Smith, Kate Otten, Emmett Johnson, Ted Hurst, Malachi Fields, and Jake Tungus. I'm going to give you a C minus, I believe, sir.
I would prefer a C plus, but okay.
I prefer you draft better.
Well, sometimes you got to be stuck where you don't belong, and that's with the Jets stack.
When you get stuck between two champs, like you just did, It gets tough. We understand. Just do better.
It's
Be
difficult.
better.
It's difficult. Yeah.
Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Ladd McConkey, Kyron Williams, Bishal Tootin, Brian Thomas, Justin Herbert, Kyle Pitts, Jordan Addison, Kyler Murray, Jordan Mason, Bill Krosky Merritt, Aronde Gaston, Jawan Jennings, Dalton Schultz, Tua Tagovailoa, Zachariah Branch, Justice Hill, Tyquan Thornton, and Kalen Black. I'm gonna dare say it. That
you do it.
That might be an A+. I like that team a lot.
I cannot go higher than a B+, just because I don't give out hundreds. I don't give out A's.
I don't either. I haven't given one out on the channel yet.
I think your deficiency relies on Bill and maybe Thornton, but I mean, you didn't reach for them. You got them at where they were or a little bit better. So
I got like a round of ADP on both of them.
Your stacks are good. I mean, your stacks you got exactly who you wanted. So it's
you want to say it.
A-.
You want to say it. I think
I'm going to put the minus. I'm going to put the minus on the end, but no.
I like it. I like it a lot. Katron Allen, I think he makes the team or practice squad. I don't know. I don't know if he starts the season. He's more of a guy you want on Underdog and not on DraftKings just because he's a plotter. Rich says he gets a C+ for effort, unlike what Michael gave you or what Adam gave you. Michael said any team with Geno Smith should be burned. I agree.
Well, yeah.
So Adam, I get 30% of the wins of your team. Yeah, you get 3.3% of the win. Yeah,
I like it. I like it. 33 is my number, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, same to us. We are going to end the stream here. Going to go film the shows that we're 30 minutes late for. Thanks to Adam. Appreciate everybody being here. If you made it this far, drop us a like, leave us a comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. We are going to be putting out a ton of NFL content as we head the rest of the NFL offseason and the rest of the season. Go check out the solver, code BB26. If you're a first-time purchaser over there, get 20% off your first month using the solver draft assistant, as you saw that I used on screen. And check us out over at breakingboardsdfs.com. We have a lot of tools and ranks up over there. Appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you guys in the next live stream.
See you later.